Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Crafty Hour number 42. It's Deanna here, and I am just going to get loaded up and get all ready for our Crafty Hour. Today, we're going to be working with our Simple Vintage Meadow Flowers class, which is such a pretty line. There we go. It's a beautiful line. We're going to make 4 cards this morning. And then Courtney's going to come back and she's going to do 4 cards with you this afternoon. Now, we are keeping this pretty simple. As you can imagine, both of us have a whole lot going on right now with all of the scouts showing up and different things happening. I know here at Clipper, we've got tons of skids coming from our warehouse sale. So I decided that sometimes we need a little simplicity, and that is what we're going to do today. So no stress, nice and easy. I did post some homework. Now, I posted that homework in the comment section of the event, both on Clipper page and on Crafty Hour. So if ever you can't find that, if you go to the event and just scroll down, it will be there. I posted it just as a comment. Now, it was very simple and it was all optional because I just chose to add some foils to this. I didn't go too crazy. I just wanted to show you how easy it is to dress them up a little bit more, and I'm just going to add some foils and keep it nice and easy. Of course, I'm going to be adding foam tape. Well, that's a given, right? Yes, there you go, Sandy. I'm glad you found it. Always in the comments there, so just sometimes we gotta do a little bit of work to find it, but it will be posted there. We try and keep it nice and easy. And this, like I mentioned, is nice and simple. So we're going to make 4 cards this morning. And we did suggest that you split everything up. So I went through and I actually have mine split into 4 containers of how, I don't even know which one I'm going to do first. It's going to be a guess. I've got them in 4 containers for my 4 cards. I do have a little baggie of extras because when you split them all up, you do have a few little extras or maybe things that I just, I'm like, I don't know where it belongs. Now, you do have a full pack in your kit of the enamel dots. I have half of mine for today, so I'm going to pull those out. They have like a glitter to them. They're absolutely beautiful to add to your cards. And then I think we're ready to get started. So let's see. It's a couple minutes after 10. I think we're probably good. What a beautiful first day of summer it is. Summer's going to be arriving this afternoon, and whew, it's heating up. It is a hotsy-totsy out there. Already. So, ooh, sounds like in PEI it's hot too. Oh, Mary Ellen, I love it there. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, it's going to be a gorgeous day. Okay, I've got my coffee. I am all fueled up. Now, quick little note, and I don't know, I should have checked with Courtney today, but like I said, it's been crazy. Crafty Hour number 43 is ready for pickup. That is the July 11th one. It is a fun kit. We only have about 5 of these left at Clipper Street. So if you have not yet got yours here, you want to make sure that you pick it up. It's got a lot of stuff in here. It's got the 2 adhesives, and it's got the glitter, and then it's got all the cards. You're going to be making a grand total of 6 cards. So that is ready for pickup, and we have 5 left. If you have not registered yet, hey, Courtney, do you have any of these left? I was just saying, I've only got 5 left. I'm not sure about you, but they're all ready for pickup. Let me know if you have any left. And then if you do, if you're Courtney's customer, shoot on over and get it, because this is going to go fast. And then tomorrow, massive release. Oh my gosh. We're very excited about tomorrow's Crafty Hour release. It was one that when I was at Spellbinders a couple of weeks ago, We saw it there, and I called Courtney, and I'm like, I think we need to do this. And Courtney's like, absolutely. And then we chose a die that is spectacular. I think it has a $30-something value. I can tell you right now, Crafty Hour is not going to be that expensive. So wait till you see what we've got for you. That's going live tomorrow morning. So make sure that you join that event. Okay, let's get started. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I have my 4. This one's really heavy. Oh, I know why. I have my 4 cards. So, now Tracy, I didn't say Christmas. Ha, ha. Okay, so I separated all of mine just like I mentioned. And we're going to make the first couple just like they have. I have mine in my box of 2, right? I know, these boxes are so handy. These are the little ones from Spellbinders. There's 2 different sizes, and what I love about them too is that you get the lid, so you can actually do double duty, right? You can split your stuff up. I don't have a lot in this one, so it's easy just to do it in one, but yeah, they're fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to keep it nice and easy for the first couple. We'll just do it like that. And essentially, we're just going to do the same ones. We're going to change up the last 2. But like I said, today is all about simplicity and keeping us nice and easy and showing you that it doesn't have to take forever to make the cards. So we are going to start with the one that has hello. Let's pull this out. I just grabbed a random one. So if you guys want to go through your 8 little packages, look for the one that is hello. That is probably going to be the easiest for you to see. I'm just going to set this stuff aside. We'll wait for you to find that. This is, I think, one of the easiest ones. So we will start with that. Just give us a little bit of a start. And then we are going to get creative. All right. Everybody doing okay? Take another sip of my coffee. Now you also have 8 card bases. So I did just fold that one in half and give it a good crease with your bone folder. I find that these score lines are not super strong, so you do need to get that good one in there. And then we're going to start with our pattern paper. Now you should have everything punched out, all in groupings. What I usually do is I take this and I use this kind of as a image, although I have lost one already. But then you can just kind of find it. All right, so let's get started. We're going to just first of all take that first pattern and glue it right on top. Now there is a pattern to it. So depending, I'm going to have the little point at the top of that image right in the middle, but maybe you want it the other way. It's totally up to you. It's whatever works. I just feel that looks to me like the right side. Oh, I gotta get my glue skin off there. All right, now this is going to be exactly the same size. I did not add foil to this one. And the reason I chose not to add foil to this one is because it already had a little border, a little pink plaid border. So if I trimmed that off to add foil, I'd lose that pink border. So this one I chose no border. That's how I usually decide if I want to dress it up a little bit more. I just heard the doorbell, which is very exciting because that means the scope machines are here. Woohoo! Love it. Okay, so that is the first thing that we're going to do. Go ahead and attach that. And I'm going to be adding foil, etc. Sorry, not foil, foam tape, etc. It is always optional for you if you don't want to do that. That is totally, totally fine. Okay, so I'm going to start with my tickets when I start to layer, and they've already done the work for us. They have already layered it up. Now, sometimes if I want to add dimension so it doesn't look quite so flat, I could cut these apart, and then they're going to look very, very different. So that is, ooh, did I bring my good scissors? Of course not. we're going to cut these up. So I'm going to keep them the same, but by cutting them up, I'm just adding some dimension to it. Again, not necessary. Don't worry about the bottoms. But I'm just going to cut it up into 3. I'm going to keep them going the same way, but by doing that, I can glue some flat, some foam taped, so it just gives it a little bit more dimension. The purple one is the one that's going to get some foam tape, and I really only need foam tape on the top half because it's going to kind of stick behind a few things. So I'm just going to worry about some foam tape, maybe like that. Okay, so just a little bit of foam tape like that. Don't worry about it on the bottom, not important. Just a little bit like that. And then the other thing I'm going to do is get some liquid glue on these 2 tickets because I'm going to kind of work all of this together. So just a little bit. We don't need a whole lot. A little bit there and a little bit there. And then I'm going to start placing them. So the first one, which is the gray one, I'm going to place a little bit closer, kind of like that. Okay, a little bit closer to the edge. And then the pink one is going to be about the same height. Now, I haven't pressed down too much yet because I want to make sure that this covers them, and it does. So let me just move that. And with the liquid glue, got a little bit of time to do that little bit of moving. Okay, so just like that. So I put it back together, but I've just given it a little dimension by cutting it apart. Necessary? No. Does it work fine? Yup. I like it. Okay. So all we did is just kind of cut it apart, and now we're going to put it back together. All right. So the next piece, like I said, this is the easiest, I think. The next piece we're going to do is the little piece that is kind of a collage of some newsprint, etc. And that is going to go right across the card. A little bit is just going to cover the bottom because in a minute we're going to put some flowers kind of right here, and we're going to pop this up right here. So I'm going to kind of put it down maybe right about there. For me, that looks about right. Let's give it a measurement. I'm going to say about 1 3/8, and I'm being kind of picky about that. It's don't have to be, just to cover the bottom. And I'm going to do it with foam tape. I like my cards to have some dimension, of course. So we're going to add some foam tape. Just like so. And this is going to go all the way across. Oh, Wanda, camping sounds fabulous in this weather. When I used to go, it always seemed to rain. Okay, I think that's good. Now I'm not going to press too hard, because if I decide I want to move it, I might, but I think it's probably pretty decent. Excellent. Now we're going to take our floral, plus I might want to tuck this under. And our floral piece, yeah, I think I will tuck it under, because why not? I can do that. I want my floral piece to be flat. And that floral is going to, I put too much under, that floral piece is going to kind of look like so. So I am going to kind of tuck it underneath, drop it down almost to the bottom, so it's just like that. And I want that to be flat. Should have maybe put that down first, but that's okay. I'm going to stick some glue underneath there. This is why I don't pounce everything down, just until I'm right. And that's another good reason to use good foam tape. You saw that it was, if you catch it right away, you can kind of pick it up. Okay, so that is flat. Now you can see it's on an angle. It's going horizontal, kind of not the way you think it would go. but we're just going to see some flowers, etc. We're not going to see all of it. All right, we should be good with that. Now the next step is we're going to bring in this book and this watering can. I'm going to leave them connected. I don't need to separate them at all, so I'm going to leave them connected. And I'm going to, pardon me, I'm going to foam tape it. Probably right, I want to make sure it's kind of one of those things you got to look at what you want to be straight. I don't want my watering can to be tipping over. Your book will be on an angle, but just make sure that your watering can is not. If you try and make your book straight, your watering can is going to be tippy over. And I'm going to add a little bit of foam tape. I'm going to drop it down just a little to kind of cover that. And if you don't want to drop it down too far, of course we could get up there and just kind of do what I do and just rip it off. Then it's not in my way. I just rip it off. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of foam tape. Now we don't need a lot. We don't need to cover this entire piece because it's actually not going to fit. Not all of it's going to stick. So we'll just do just a little bit, kind of like that. If I need to add more, of course I can. Making sure my watering can is straight. It's going to kind of go right over top. Oh, that's perfect. It's going to go, no, there we go again. Over top of the purple and the gray ticket right up there. Okay, my watering can is nice and straight. Got that all covered. So far, so good. Now, something I lost. I haven't figured out how I lost it yet. And I'm sure if I look, I probably could guess where it is right now. I think it is probably on the floor under my desk at home. Because isn't that where it should be? I have lost this little flower. I don't know where it went. But you should have that little flower. You should. So you're going to tuck it. I do not have it. You're going to tuck it right here. I know, I looked for it this morning. I'm like, how could I have lost my pink flower? I don't know. I know where it's supposed to be. It is this flower right here, but I've lost it. Oh, no, it's not that flower either. I don't know where that flower is. Maybe it's not me. I don't know. Do you guys have that flower? Yeah. Okay, good. Then maybe I haven't lost it. So, maybe I haven't. I don't see it on here. So maybe I don't have it. Okay, well, we won't worry about it. Yeah, see? So I think, okay, good. Whew. We can't blame the dog then. Nope. Can't blame the dog. But you know what we can do? It is attached. What's it attached to, Suzanne? I don't know what it's attached to because I have a big flower here and I have a big flower here, and those two I have accounted for, but I don't see another flower. I just don't see it. Oh well. I won't stress it. You know what I'm going to do? There was this little yellow one, and I am just going to tuck it in there flat. It was a little chipboard piece that was a little spare. Remember I said that you might have some extras? I think I'll put a little pop dot on it. It's attached to my book. No, it's not. Mine wasn't attached to my book. Isn't that interesting? Oh well. C'est la vie. We won't stress it. So, on the big one. Yeah, that's not the one, okay? This one here is actually for this card. I don't know. I won't stress. I won't waste time. If I find it down the road, I find it. I'm just going to stick that little yellow butterfly in there just to add a little color. It is a bonus. It's a little extra. We'll have to see. Okay, now we're almost done this one. So we've got that added. I just added that little chipboardy guide just because. And then we're going to take our hello, which is chipboard. hello. And we are going to foam tape it. Now it is showing a little higher. I don't know if I want to go a little higher. It's kind of a hard one. Might need to move my yellow. Let's move my yellow here. See, you're not, I know, right? It's weird. I thought I was losing it. I'm going to move my yellow here so that, maybe I won't. I'm going to wait and see where he's going to fit. I'm going to get my hello on first. So we're going to take our foam tape for hello. I know, I feel like this one has a lot of layers, but comes together pretty easy. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit of foam tape on there, and I'm going to, I don't want to cover up too much of my, I'm going to put it a little bit higher. Now, if I put it a little bit higher, I need a little extra foam tape at the back there. So I'm going to take a piece that is double. You guys know all about the squish test, and we've taught you how to see where you need extra foam tape. Oh, that's perfect. So when I squish it down, it's pretty good. And then I'm going to come back in here and see where I want that yellow. Maybe I want it up there. We'll see. Okay, that's what I have so far. Just got a couple extra little pieces for this one, and then we're done. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to take the friend, pink chipboard on chipboard bottom right corner. Let me see, Suzanne. Pink chipboard on bottom. I don't think it's that light pink one. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to have this one kind of on the end of the book, kind of right on the edge. So I'm actually going to attach it to my paper. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take some foam tape, and I'm just going to do a couple little pieces right underneath. And I've shown you sometimes how to do this because sometimes I feel like if you put the foam tape actually on the project, then you know it's going to be in the right place. Just like that. So it's just kind of right on the edge of the book. That way I can still see a little bit of the book, but it's kind of right on the edge. Now I did from my extras, and again, you don't have to use these, but I do believe there was an extra dragonfly. I do believe. Maybe not. Maybe I just made an extra dragonfly. No, I don't think there is one. Maybe he just fell out. I was going to say we can add him. There's a few little extra goodies in here. Oh, you think it's this one? I don't think so. This doesn't look it. Oh, perfect. Don't use the dragonfly. This one, Suzanne, doesn't look like it, but we could use the extra one if you wanted in there. That's extra. But I don't think that's the one, Suzanne. I don't know where this one. I have no idea. So confusing. Okay, so let's go to our dots. And we have a few dots. Now these are all glitter dots. And with this one, I did not do a whole lot on here. I just did a little spattering of dots. And you can see that all the colors are going to kind of work. I'm going to use the purple ones on here. But you can use whichever colors you want. You're going to have half for this portion of the class and half for the afternoon. So you've got plenty of dots. I like to do one of each color. And I'm just going to do a little spattering of the dots. I just think that is super, super pretty. We could add more down here if we want to balance it out. That's up to you. I've got them, so I'm going to add one here. And I'm going to add one here. And then a little one. Let's see. How about right there? So this card is essentially exactly the same as what you see on the your image, except that we just added some enamel dots and we cut apart our tag instead of using it just flat. And we're missing our flower, which I have no idea where they got. None whatsoever. It's kind of funny. Okay, let's put that one away. I'm going to put that right back in here so I know where all my cards are. And we're going to do another simple one, and then we're going to start changing some things up. So for this one, I'm going to get you to find your pile that says thank you. It is very adorable. Okay, so I want you to find your pile that you have that says thank you. I really love these little kits because they're so quick and easy to do. I don't even, no, here's the honest truth, I don't even read the instructions because they're just very visual. I don't need to stress too much about worrying about what the instructions say. They're just a very visual little one, and we just love using them. But I don't want you to feel like we can't change them. Okay, so we are going to start with the thank you. These are all of my goodies that should be in there. So I'm going to leave those down to the bottom. Take out another card base and give it a good fold. And you're going to see with this one that just like I said with the first one, it already has a pink border. So it already looks like we have a mat. So I am not going to cut that off. I do want to keep it. And that's why I only added foil to 2 of our cards, because I did want to keep that little border. It's already done the work for us, so we're not going to cut it off. Okay, so go ahead and glue that whole front on. Watch your direction again, just in case. Glue it on. All right. Perfect. Just like so. And this one has quite the beautiful imagery. It's really, really pretty. Bye, Roberta. Okay, we're going to pull out all of the goodies that we have here. There's quite a few. Okay, and we are going to start with this beautiful collage. We're going to have the little decal side and the solid side here. This is going to be the part that protrudes a little more maybe. It is going to go on the right side, and we're going to put it right up. It's just going to fit side to side. I'm going to come down maybe about 1/4 of an inch. And I have it on just a slight angle, but you can see it still fits in the card. And I am just about 1/4 of an inch down. Because we will see a little bit coming off the bottom. So I'm going to glue that flat. One sec, I want to see if I brought you... nope, I didn't. Okay. Great. I have stuff all over my desk today. Oh my gosh. I'm a mess. Just a mess. Okay, so this part's going to glue flat. It's a nice, big, juicy part. Slightly down about 1/4 of an inch, and I just have it on a slight angle. Not a cray-cray angle, just a nice, slight angle. Okay, then we're going, pardon me, we're going to take this one. And this is one that is already all done up for us. And you're going to see that one plaid side is maybe a little bit thinner, a little bit shorter. I'm going to put that at the top. This is going to go all the way across, kind of like that. We're not going to see this bottom piece here because we're going to have a flower there. And I am going to foam tape it. So back to my foam tape. And I'm also going to run out and grab more foam tape here. So just bear with me a moment We'll get this on. Ooh, that was a beautiful classic car that just drove by. Had a little bit of a squirrel there. Okay, so I'm gonna foam tape that, maybe about 1/2 inch. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab another foam tape. Okay. Can't be running out now, can we? Okay. Whew. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, next up, we are going to take, I think I'll take this small little flower just because we have it here. And we're going to attach this small flower to cover up that little side. In a moment, we're going to be adding this big flower here. We're going to be adding another little flower. It's going to become a little bit of a collage, but for now, I'm just going to attach this. I'm going to use glue. I'm just going to put it like that. Let me put my pin back in here. Let me bring my press. And it's just going to cover that little bit. Just a little bit was showing. Okay, we can even move it on a slight like that. Now, if you want to tuck a little bit of foam tape in, oops, I have a little piece. Sometimes I just sneak it in there. And we'll hide it. Okay, then we're going to take our big flower. And again, you guys got this all taken apart already. We're going to take our big flower and we're going to put some foam tape across it. This is a big one. And there is 2 little leaves there, so you can do it whichever way you want. I'm going to do it like this. I've got my 2 little leaves, and I'm going to put it, let's see, right about like that. Okay, so it is going to hang over the top a little bit. It's going to hang over the bottom a little bit, and it is kind of centered close to that edge. Okay. Then we're going to add another one, and this guy is going to go kind of like that. Now we will be putting the thank you all the way across, so it's going to cover up that little gap that we're going to see. So if you want to grab your thank you, it'll kind of give you an idea. Those flowers are going to be one on top and one on bottom. I am going to do this one with foam tape. And really, I only need the foam tape kind of on the left side because it's going to slightly overlap my pink flower. So see how I only put the foam tape on the left? And remember, we're not going to press down yet. I am going to just gently put it there. Put it there. Oh, my foam tape needs to move just a little bit. I'm going to do what I said to do and put the foam tape right on the card in case I need to move it. I might need to move it. We'll see. Now, thank you is going to go all the way across. It's going to look kind of like that. It's going to kind of be all one. So we're going to foam tape it. I am going to put the double on the thank you. I'm going to move it up just a little. Single on the U. Okay, so let's grab a little bit of foam tape. We're going to go double on the thank. I'm folding these in half so they are double thick. Whew, I can hear that skid being unpacked all the way here. Good gracious. And I'm going to put it right about there. Now it looks like at the end, I only need single. So if yours is touching onto the pink, You just need single. That is that whole bit of math we talk about, making sure that our foam tape is nice and flush. Okay, no bumpy lumpies. It's even all the way across. So there is the thank. And now we're going to add the U. And I'm just going to do the U single. As a matter of fact, I'm going to bring in my little puppy dots. Didn't bring my strips today for some reason. Some mornings, if I don't prepare all my stuff at night, in my mornings, I just run out of time. I sleep till the absolute minute I need to get up. If I don't have to get up right away, I will sleep. Now, you are the best. I'm going to wait to do that. I'm going to do a couple of these chipboard butterflies. Now, I like to gently, chipboard's a little bit more trickier. I'm going to just gently crease it so that they're not flat. You can't go too crazy on this because it will, you know, crack. You don't want it to crack. And we're going to put, I'm going to do, if you have your pop dots, you can put your pop dots. I'm going to do a couple of these little guys on top of each other so that they are double. And I'm going to put one flying into the card this way. I personally don't like my butterflies flying off the card. I feel like your eye follows that. And they have their butterfly flying the other way. I personally do not like it. It is just it's a visual thing for me, so do not feel you have to do it the way I do it. And then we're going to put this guy up here. Okay. And then with this one, I'm actually going to put it up here. Okay. That way it doesn't get quite so lost. And that one I'm going to do with single foam tape. Lots of places you can put this. Let me reposition that one. That one didn't go on very straight. You could put this here on your flower. You can put it down here, which is where they had it. I'm going to put it kind of up at the top. But it is totally up to you. The reason I'm putting it at the top is I'm going to add some enamel dots down on the bottom. Now I'm going to kind of tuck it underneath the butterfly so that it is anchored with that butterfly. Am I straight? I'm going to move it up just a little bit. So that butterfly will act as an anchor. Tuck it under, make sure you're straight. And I'm just going to put it up there. Okay, and then down on the bottom, I am going to take some dots. This time I am going to use maybe my pink dots. And I'm going to take one of each. And I'm just going to put one there. Then the smaller one next to it. And then the baby one next to that. You could, and we could. Why not? Let's mimic that up in the top. We got enough dots. We'll use we still got a lot. Lots and lots and lots. Little splash of pink. All right, that one is done. So we've got 2 cards done so far. There's our 2 so far. And we are now going to start changing things up by adding a little bit of foil. Doesn't take any longer. You guys have done the homework, so it'll be fairly quick. And I think we're going to start with this one. This one is called Wildflowers. So if you want to find your pile of wildflowers, I'll give you a moment. I got a lot going on in here. I'm going to show you a few options. And this is one that we are definitely going to switch up. Now, of course, it was optional, so if you didn't do it, that is totally fine. But I had mentioned pink foil or gold. If you don't have the pink foil, that's totally fine. You can use gold. It's going to look beautiful with this. I always keep a very large selection of Miri paper from Hunky Dory on hand at all times. So this is called pastel pink, but you could also use the Best Creations pink. You can use gold. Gold is going to look great. As a matter of fact, the next card I'm going to use gold on. So I told you to have one that was 4 1/8. So I pre-cut mine 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I asked you for a strip that was 1 3/8 by 4 1/4. So there's that one. And then I mentioned a circle. And this was optional. You don't have to have it. But I brought, I'm going to get blinded. I brought 3 different circles. Okay, this is why I buy dies, because I need options. So this one is 3 3/4. It's a little wider. We were actually looking for, let me backtrack here. You have a circle die cut, and we were looking for one that would fit in here. So I brought a few options. This first one, and I don't know which one I'm going to use. This first one is the Pink Fresh. It's called Folk Edge. Really, really pretty detail. It's, Helene, it is whatever's going to work with this. I just realized that when I gave you that measurement, oh, this one, you're talking about this. Sorry. I have mine at 5/8. You're right. I have mine at 5/8. This circle is whatever this will fit inside. So I just gave you the outer measurement, but you can see that that is going to fit beautifully on there. That is the folk art. Then there is the one that I think we all own now, which is the scallop dot circles from Hunky Dory. I like this one too. And you can see that one's going to work perfectly. If you have a stitched one, great. Coming soon. I think, Courtney, refresh my memory. I think we're allowed to start selling these July 5th. Watch for a bundle deal coming on those. That's my old set, and that is the scallop from Tonic. This one is just going to give me little baby scallops all the way around. So we have lots of options. It can be a stitched one. You guys will have a lot. I'm not sure which I'll use. We'll see. I have some extra pink. We'll see what I use. I don't know. So let's start. You found the one that is wildflowers. Let's take your card base. Yeah, the deal is amazing. Amazing. And you know, Courtney and I are going to be using this deal coming up a lot. So when you see it go live, make sure that you do get it from one of us. Because then we know which ones you're going to be using. Woo-hoo. Okay, let's start with the pink or gold. Whatever color choice you have, pink or gold. And let's glue it on. Okay, you should have already cut it to that measurement, 4 1/8. Now, if you're not doing this extra layer, totally okay. I want you just to glue your pattern on. Okay, go ahead and glue your pattern. If you are not doing the foil, you don't have to do the foil. Now, the Tonic dies that I was just referring to, those are the ones that back in July, I asked Tonic to reprint some. Ones that I have had for 15-20 years that got discontinued, and I asked if they could bring them back, and they did. And so I worked real close with them to get all the stuff. Courtney helped facilitate so much, and they are coming. We are allowed to start selling them July 5th, and there's going to be bundles, and you're going to love them. I need new ones because mine are so old. So old. And they have gone through a lot of classes for it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take this piece and we're going to trim it down. And we're going to trim it down to 4 by 5 1/4. And right now it measures 4 1/4. So I'm going to take a little bit off that big yellow side. I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch off. Of course, you can keep this if you want to add a little extra. I'll put it off to the side. We'll see if I use it. And then 5 1/4. Right now it measures 5 1/2. Doesn't matter to me. I'm going to take it off the top, but that's just a preference because it looks a little plain up there. And I'm going to cut that off. Okay, so 4 by 5 1/4. And now if I glue it, you're going to get that little border of foil. Whether that foil is pink or gold, that's what you're going to get. Little foil of pink or gold, whichever is your choice. Was that the skid that showed up, Karen? Karen, was that the skid that showed?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Hopefully we can get that counter all done because we're going to need the space. Oh my gosh. Okay, how's that look? Yours might be gold. I decided to do mine on pink. That one is done. Now, what we're going to do next is I'm going to take this piece, and they should be the same length. I should get a little bit of that foil on top and bottom. That foil was 1 5/8 because this strip, where's my ruler? Oh my gosh, my desk is a mess. This strip measures 1 1/2, so I just want a little bit of a border. And so I am just going to do that. Add that in, just a little splash of color. All right, and this is going to go on with foam tape. We are going to pop this up. So let's take our foam tape. It's going to come up about 1/2 inch up from the bottom of the card. So I'm just going to, no border. Nope, there is no border at the ends. None whatsoever. Their piece just measures it perfectly across. Oops. And you know what the other thing they don't do? They go right to the edge of the card. So I'm going to trim off a little bit because I don't want to go right to the edge of the card. I'm going to take this piece, now that I put foam tape on it, you see the real crafting. I'm going to trim it to 4, but that is optional. I'm going to trim it to 4 so it sits within my pattern. They always go right to the edge of the card. I need to go up a little bit more. I like to have a little border on the edge. So that's what I've done. You don't have to trim it to 4 if you don't want to, but I like to have a little bit of white on that side. Just so it kind of works all the way around. Okay, so go ahead and attach that. I have come up a little bit, maybe a finger width up. Okay, and I did that with foam tape. I don't know which one I want to use. I think I'll use that one. I think I really like that. Yep. Okay, so whichever circle you have, stitch, scalloped, I'm going to use the scallop dots. We're going to glue our circle to your foil. Now, if you don't have a circle, maybe you didn't have a die that worked, then we're just going to attach it, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment, so just hang tight. But if you did get a circle, and you can see how I cut those circles out of my inside panel, so it didn't cost me anything. This one's a little bigger, got a little bit more border, but it looks super pretty. Now this one is going to sit, we're going to make sure my writing is straight. It's going to sit right about like that. Now yours may be a little bit different, just depending if I had a smaller circle, for instance. But I'm going to put it right about that. So about halfway on my purple, it's going to come up over the top. That is going to act as a base when I go to add in all of my flowers. So that's perfect. I only need foam tape on the top half. So if you do not have a circle, again, only put foam tape on the top half. And if you are doing it without a circle, you might want to move yours a little to the left. And I say that just so it's not quite centered. Carrots, is it this one that you love? The scallop dot? Yeah, we should have it. That is the Hunky Dory one. I use this in a lot of classes, a lot. So yeah, we should have it in the store. Feel free to give us a call. Dyes are going to make their money. Like, you can get so much out of it, and it does make such a difference. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom. This one also makes a great rocker card. If you take this big one and score it in half, you get like a half. It's just, they're really fun. And they die cut beautifully. Watch your writing on there. And there we go. So what's going to happen, what I found personally when I was making this, is if I didn't put that foil, this really got lost. And now you can see that we're actually making this a focal point. What glue do I use? I always use my Quick Dry, my Helmer. Unless I'm getting little picky people, so then I use my Barely Art. This one just, I love it. I've been using it now probably about 20 years. And it is a must. Absolute must. Okay, back to this. We are going to take this big collage that we've got, and we're going to foam tape it, and it's going to kind of foam tape kind of up in the corner like so. Mine is a little bit higher. Well, I don't want my, it's going to go like that. Mine is going to be a little bit higher. I think I'll do it in the, no, maybe I'll do it like that. We'll see. Let's see. Let's put some foam tape on there. Let's see. Let's see how it will work. I'm also, while I'm at it, I'm also going to put some foam tape on my words because I might have to kind of work these together. So on the back of Wildflower, let's put some foam tape also on there. Can't believe I forgot my little strips. Actually, they're probably in my bag. I just didn't look close enough. Okay. So I'm going to do both of these together because, again, I'm going to kind of move some of these things around, and they're going to kind of work together. I know that this has to go across the bottom like so. So maybe I'll just press that down gently, just like that. And then this is going to come, I think I'll do it like that. Kind of sneaking out from behind. You do have a dragonfly, so I'm just being cautious of which way I want that dragonfly to go. And those are all done with foam tape. Do you have foam tape or glue on the circle? So Karen, I have foam tape on the top half and glue on the bottom. Because remember, this purple border, we foam taped already. So in order for it to be flush, I just need to add foam tape to the top. So one high on the top, liquid glue on the bottom. Now we have, let's do these two next. We have a little heart and a yellow butterfly, and I'm going to gently do that yellow butterfly again, just gently. I don't want a big crease on it. How we doing? Ooh, we got one more to do. I better pick up the pace, girl. Pop dot, optional, but pop dot behind the heart. I'm going to put the heart right there. I might move him to a different spot. Yep. I'm going to put him over here in the corner. And I am going to just put one piece of foam tape on the back of those words. And I'm just going to put it right there. You belong among the wildflowers. You know what? I wonder if I can, oh yeah. See, because I haven't pressed anything down yet. I'm going to drop my wildflower just a little bit. Give it a little bit of space. Put that right there. I'm going to make sure that that U doesn't come off the bottom. And then I think I'm going to put my butterfly over here. I feel like that's a good spot for him. So let's add it. And I'm going to do double foam tape on him just so he sticks up higher than the wildflowers. So I'm going to put double. And we're going to put him right on the edge. Like so. Now, I don't want to put my enamel dots on yet. I'm going to wait and see which ones I think are going to be best between this one and the last card. So I'm going to come back to that for a moment. Also, when I was talking to you about these little strips that we cut off, we could have glued that little strip right there, and look, it would just add a little something, something. So that's why when I say, ooh, keep that little strip that you cut off, you might be like, good gosh, that's garbage. And sometimes it is. It's true. But sometimes it just acts as another pattern paper that we can utilize, right? And so I'm just going to do this so I can show you. And of course, you can do it after. But sometimes we have scraps that we can use. And it just adds another layer, just like that. Okay? Lots of options. Okay, let's quickly do the last one. I've only got a few minutes, but you've done the work. So we're going to put the dies away. I'm going to bring in this last one. And this is, again, this is a super easy one, but this time I told you I'm going to use gold foil. So I'm going to bring this in. I'm just going to put all these out. There's my other pink flower. I had that pink flower. And this one I'm going to use gold. And I did tell you to cut a piece of gold, same measurement to fit on the card. And I told you a piece of this gold, which mine is not perfectly cut, so I won't give you the measurement because I just grabbed a scrap that was on my desk. You'll see where we'll use that, just like we used it on the last one. So I'm going to do gold for this one. I'm going to move ahead a little fast so I don't waste too much of your morning. Just a quick reminder, you can always go back and do this, but I think if you watch, you will absolutely be able to create this right away. Okay, I didn't change too much. I just decided that I wanted my foil. So I'm going to glue that foil on. I'm going to get 4 cards done in an hour, which is great. And then we're going to have to trim this 4 by 5 1/4. So the 4 is easy, right? That I'm going to cut. But the 5 1/4, I'm going to take a little off each side so that my yellow still stays kind of how it was meant to be. It's not exactly even, but I just cut a little off each side. Maybe that's me being picky. It's possible. It's possible. And look how that looks so beautiful with the gold foil now. Right? Stunning. Kick your cards up just a notch. I also find that the gold helps to differentiate things. Like it just really accentuates the layers. That's what I love. Okay. So go ahead and attach that. And then we're going to take this piece And we're going to glue it on. Yours should be the right measurement. I have, I just grabbed a scrap, but it's going to be so that we have gold on the top and the bottom. So let's glue that onto the gold piece I mentioned. Just get that in place. And again, I am going to cut mine to 4 inches. So I'm going to go back to that same measurement. So you're going to need to trim a little bit off yours. 4 inches. No gold on the ends, just on the top and the bottom. So you're going to take off about 1/4 inch. Now I am going to glue this flat because we got a lot of foam tape that we're going to be doing. And it is going to go right above the yellow. So it's going to go flat. That gold automatically acts as a little buffer. So I'm going to do this one flat. And now it's just time to decorate. So this card really is a quick one. Yellow dot up. Yellow dot up. We have this beautiful one, and this is going to get foam tape. So we're going to put it on slight angle, closer to the left. We are going to pop this up with foam tape. Okay. Nice big piece there. Nice big piece there. Slight angle. It's going to go down to the bottom. Gold, just like so. Perfect. Love it. Okay, and then we're going to add some flowers. Whew, that's a loud phone. You can probably hear that in Missouri. So one is going to go here, and then one is going to go right about here. So I'm going to do the pink one, which I have, with 1 foam tape. I need my phone to ring that loud. It never rings that loud. Let's move it up just a bit. Okay, so that one's going to go kind of right like that. This one is going to get double foam tape because I want it to overlap the first. So I'm going to take double, fold it in half, double, and I'm going to put it like that. So it overlaps. Okay, then we have this one that's going to go on. And you can see that the word grow is going to overlap my yellow. So I am not going to put any foam tape there. I'm going to avoid the foam tape there. But I am going to put double on the end. I have this little double piece. So this is just double, 2 times high. Nothing there. If you want, we can add a little bit of glue. Don't need to, but you can. And that is going to sit, oh, it's so pretty, right like that. Oh, geez, something just fell right at the door here. Little green butterfly. Just like I did the last one, we're gonna just double it up. Double high. Always double high, always, always. And again, I want him to fly into the card. So I'm going to put him kind of like that. And then the little bee, I actually want the little bee on this yellow one. I think he'll be good over there. Not too close to the green, not too close to the butterfly, but he kind of is going to be checking out the nectar there. That card's done. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 30 more seconds of your time here. bring in these last two that I didn't add gold or any enamel dots to. And I think I'm going to add green to this one and yellow to that one. Now, how do I want to do it? Do I want to do it spit and spat, maybe? Let's see. So many options. I kind of like, you know what? I'm going to kind of change this up from what I did before because I can. Because why not? I'm going to just add them in the corners like that. Okay, just going to add a little ones that kind of look like little rivets there. Could even, oh, you know what I could do? I just sometimes with the enamel dots, I just play around. I'm like, what do I like? I'm going to put that there. Now, while I'm playing with my enamel dots, because you guys know how to play with them, let you know, Courtney's going to be on at 5 o'clock. She's going to be making her 4 cards. So in the end, you're going to have a total of 8 cards. I like that. Just add a different little touch. So there's that one. And then this one I am just going to do a little bit here. So Courtney's going to be on. And then tomorrow, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this one tomorrow because it is crafted just for you. We have added something that you cannot buy anymore. No, it is discontinued. And it is an amazing die. So we have got it. We're going to show it to you tomorrow. And registration is going to open right away. Because that die is limited, we will have limited amounts available because I can't get it anymore. Okay, let me just move this around. Got one more thing to tell you. Okay, there. So I just put these little dots there. I still have some dots left. Good gracious. So tomorrow is going to be a new one. And we still have a few of these left over. So if you want to make some more, give us a call. Note, Suzanne, tomorrow, the next one goes live tomorrow at 9 a.m. When we announce it, that is when it's going to go live. So you can hop on our website right at 9 a.m. or anytime after that. And we can get that sorted out for you right away. If you need more of these, we do have a few of these left for our Crafty Hour. And then don't forget, next Crafty Hour, this is a lot. July 11th is going to be this one, which is going to be fantastic, very inexpensive. It's only $20 for 6 cards. You're going to get the adhesive I played with today. You're going to get the stickles. It's going to be a good one too. So we are down to our last couple. I know that Courtney's down to her last couple, so don't wait on that one. All right, I am going to sign off. I have gone overtime, so my apologies. I will see you guys all for the announcement tomorrow morning. Thanks for joining me, and happy summer. Bye-bye.